beautiful day, but we got a big crowd up here today. I think this is going to be the rule from now on. Got a much steeper cliff to negotiate down here, and I don't think it's going to be possible to work the rocks. Well, plus this is really slick from the rain. I don't know. I guess we'd do better if we could get set up down there, but let's see what we got. Yeah, it's, I knew this would be the case. Looks like a little better way to go down. Well, you never know until you know. But in talking to these guys, nobody's really had any luck today. It's really weird. I've had a couple casts, but nobody really looks like they're catching anything yet today. But try reeling in another line here. Hope springs eternal. Some days they're biting, some days they're not. I'm gonna get the I'm gonna throw out the throw traps. It's a heck of a hike down here from this one. I'm gonna throw them out there and see if we might get to at least get something today. I don't know. Nope. I'm using a 3-ounce weight on the front of this. I haven't pulled out the heavy artillery yet, the ghetto blaster, so we'll see. Let me get my line. Set here. I'm using squid today. Chicken might be the preferred morning entree, I don't know. I think I'm getting it out far enough. I've watched a lot of things and seen this is where people work. Let's make sure all of the loops are open. Really nice conditions today. It's early. We'll get a couple throw traps out there too, though. Got a nice pole holder. Ew, I need some crab. Just for shits and giggles, let's try the ghetto blaster here. See if we got anything on it. Oh crap, we did have a crab. We had a rock crab. It just jumped off. Alright, well, they were stealing that bait. Actually looked like I grabbed a claw here. that. All right, let's rebait it. It's really turning out to be a beautiful day. Let's go down the trail of doom here. Oh boy. If you're not subscribed, it's a good time to tell you. Subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. You never know when I'll knock myself out on the rocks here. Must see video. Let's go pull our throw traps here. See what we got. Man, this is like a kill zone right here. Oh boy. Not a cow zone. A kill zone. Alright. Let me get this camera set. And we'll go ahead and pull these babies. Let's see if we get anything over here. Caught the fishing line. One thing, but nothing else. Alright, let's try the other one. Got some little babies. Just some little green crabs. So out she goes again. Let's see, we got our line right here. Come back in a little while. God's bounty is not here today. Look at this teeny tiny guy. He's meaner than hell, this little rock crab. Brown rock crab. He's got a little hairy too. Back to the deep, my friend. There we go. Gotta grow up a little bit. I don't know, guys. I've been here about an hour and a half. This guy might have something. Nope. Nope. No. And I got really nice tasty grub on today too. A little bit of chicken, a little bit of squid. It's a veritable buffet. Running a 3-ounce weight to keep her on the bottom. If I was a crab, I'd be going crazy over here. But the boys are getting frustrated. But this guy's got a good setup. I want to do the same thing. Everybody's got a truck here, right? And they set up their camp stove on the back. Cook their ramen noodles. And some of these guys come from like 100 miles away, 150 miles. So, I don't know, boys. We just have to hope the ghetto blaster pulls us through today. It's like the tide's going out now. I don't know. It's a rugged day, boys. Let's get the bait out there. Oh, might be time to bail. I just don't have the best spot. And yeah, everything's kind of taken up. Even where I would go red rock crabbing over there, it's everything's jammed up here. So I think this will be our official goodbye to fishing within the Bodega Bay harbor. The tide is, I'm not saying I'm not going to be back, but the tide is going out, and I hate to fish or crab on an outgoing tide. So give a couple more pulls, and we'll just see what happens. No harm, no foul. I mean, that's why they call it fishing and not catching, right? I'll have some coffee and let these soak for a bit. Still, if you love fresh ocean air and beautiful views, well, Look at it this way, we could have paid $7 to go out on the state park side and get skunked, so we'll stick to this side. Yeah, it's just there's just not getting anything today. Getting big hunks of seaweed monsters. And I really have to work on my casting too. I'm not really getting it out into the channel. Getting about halfway, so I got my work. I got a lot to learn. I'm really nobody when it comes to fishing and crabbing. I goof around a lot, but there's always a lot to learn. Always. So I try to watch people and learn from them too. Doggone, even the ghetto blaster's not been produced. Because I think I'm going to split after this. Let's try the blaster.
I can't imagine if I would have to go out and buy another one, like, I don't know what to buy. Well, fuck it. I got it now, might as well.
Try the blaster is just not there. Nothing's doing it today. One more. One more. Practice my casting a bit today, and yeah, I'll rebait one last time. But, man, I do hate to waste my time. Now, even the ghetto blaster ain't doing it today. This might be a lousy spot right here. I don't know. Man, these people better get off the beach over there. I'm so used when that Coast Guard boat comes flying through. Those guys are all up on the top. Here we go, boys. And these guys way over here, that water's about 2 feet deep out there. So you could walk out so far out there. So I don't think they're gonna catch anything. And again, nobody's really catching anything. Time for us to blow out of here. It's around noon. I got here about what, 6 this morning, something like that. So 6 hours of basically really nothing. This is not an area. I didn't really want to be down here at this end, but it doesn't matter. Nobody along. I've walked along and talked to a lot of guys. They weren't getting anything. So one guy with a crab that looks like it went through World War III. Things like got some weird claw and it's like barnacles on its eyes. It's like the thing probably just stumbled into his snare, you know. But still a fun day today. I don't like to waste the time, so once I determined that things were going to be pretty slow, I went ahead and just decided to use the time for practice casting and things like that. I mean, oops, I forgot to get my glove off. Let me grab my, thank goodness I just saw them, my gloves. Hold on a minute. Ooh, those were nice DeWalt gloves. I would have hated to have lost them. But everybody had it down. I mean, big problem. We're all here for the low tide, right? We're just the highest tide and then fishing into a low tide, which is very, very unproductive. I would have done better with ocean crabbing today, I think. But I met some people and got some information. I also watched some people, their casting technique, and it gives me something to improve on. Because casting is not as simple as you think it is, especially if you want to get 100, 150 yards. Then it really takes a lot of practice, right? You got to go to a football field or something somewhere, and where you're not going to knock somebody's window out with a weight. Go ahead and practice, because you got to hit that channel out there. And my preferred spot would have been easier because the channel is closer to shore, but it was further away where I was down at the side. But you know, I used to think when I went out on the charter boats, and if you look at all the videos of me gone out on a new sea angler here over the years, Captain Rick Powers would always talk about conditions. It all depends on conditions, and we used to be there. This was like a Vince Lombardi pep talk before we'd head out. Right, everybody's freezing at 5 a.m., 5:30 on the deck, and here's Vince Lombardi, right? And he's kind of setting you up just in case, right? You don't make your limit. He's telling you conditions got to be right, men and ladies and gentlemen. It's all about conditions. If the conditions are right, we're going to nail a lot of fish today. If conditions aren't right, we're going to struggle. So we all used to be, oh, come on, man. Your job is to get us over the fish wherever they are. And so now I have a heightened appreciation, having come out here the last 2 months, about conditions and how important it is for fishing and crabbing. Now, we could have a lot of theories about today. You have 10 anglers crab fishing there, probably a total of 15, 16 lines in the water, and you've got one crab to show for it. So obviously, what's the takeaway from it? The crabs aren't there, right? They're not there. And I noticed that they always travel in packs and always travel in groups, so they're just not there. So you could be the best crab fisherman in the world, and it's just not going to pay off. But still, such a great day to be out in the beautiful sunshine. November 12th, probably 65 degrees over here, and it's just like, I just think it's so good for your spirit and so good for your health that if you catch something, it's kind of secondary. It's kind of nice. I had 2 throw traps out for a little bit, but even the throw traps were doing it. The area was bad, whereas I just pulled them in. Right. I'm not going to sit there catching green crabs and picking them to death to try to get a meal out of them. So if you're not even getting red rock crabs, and we're pretty much, somebody flushed the toilet here and there's just not anything in there. So next time, who knows, but next time we'll be on the surf for the first time ever, which is going to be be interesting. So if you're not subscribed, I'm sorry I have nothing to show you today. I probably really suck as a fisherman and a fishing crabbing person, but I sure have a good time, and I'm sure glad to have you guys along. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications. Always great stuff coming up on the channel, and would love you guys to be a part of it. So I'll see you in the next video.